Hola a todos, how you doing? Senior Venegas here. Just like your last science glossary, I'm going to make a quick video giving all the definitions. These are the big concept of words that you're going to apply to what we've been working with for the last few weeks. So it is quite a few. I'm just going to say the word. I'll tell you what it is. I'll put it on the screen, and then there you go. So all you got to really all you got to do is just like listen and let's copy it down. You don't even have to like listen to me. If you want to put me on mute, cause you can. You don't have to listen to this face. So here we go. There are quite a few, so let's just jump right into it. Atom. Atom. Atom is the smallest particle of an element that can exist and still retain the properties of an element. Atom. Super tiny. Like smaller than 3 apples. Battery holder. It's a manufactured device which holds a battery. I don't know how I can expand on that really. It's a battery holder. It just holds things. Battery. Battery. A device used for generating electricity through electrochemical reaction. A battery unit is made from one or more cells. Battery. So this is where some of these concepts are getting a little bit old because there's many different types of batteries nowadays. You can like lithium batteries, ion batteries, like tons of different types of batteries. So, but basically anything that holds energy that is based from like a chemical reaction is a battery. Bond. Not James Bond, but bond. A force which joins atoms or groups of atoms together in a molecule. Bond. It's a relationship. Oh. Bulb holder. Bulb holder is a manufactured device which holds a bulb. Bulb holder. Some of these are pretty straightforward. I don't know what else I can say to add to it. Cell. A cell contains positive and negative electrodes surrounded by an electrolyte. A chemical reaction occurs within the cell which generates electricity, releasing electrons. One or more cells connected together is called a battery. Cell. That's a cell. Charge. Given quantity of electricity. Charge. So that tells you like how much energy is like within like a battery, like how much charge is in it. So like people even use it in English for like expressions, like when you're all excited, like I'm all charged up, got lots of energy. Charge. Circuit breaker. Circuit breaker is a safety device used to prevent circuits in households and buildings from being overloaded. A circuit breaker can be reset once it's tripped. Circuit breaker. So it stops things from overloading, or it could be a social event like we're in right now to stop the spread of a germ. That's a circuit breaker also, but a different circuit breaker. Circuit. Circuit, a complete path for an electrical current. Circuit. So that's what you guys are using for Minecraft, is like you're creating circuits to open, using redstone to open doors, lights, and whatnot. Closed circuit. Closed circuit is where the current flows from the battery through an electrical device, providing power and returning back to the battery. Closed circuit. It's a loop. Compass. An instrument with a rotating magnetic needle, usually used for locating the magnetic north. Compass. You're going to need it when you go camping. You can also make a compass like if you get like a little leaf and like a safety pin and put it on the leaf on a little pond of water, and then it'll kind of like spin towards magnetic north. I don't know. I saw it in a film once, so it has to be true if it's in a movie. Conductor. Anything an electrical current can pass through easily. Conductor. So like water, metal, people, but we don't want that to happen because we die, so don't do that. Contact points. Place on a bell, a bulb, other electrical devices where wires are connected to allow the flow of electricity. Contact points. So anything that's touching is a contact point. Contact point, contact point. Control. Control is the switch that allows the flow of electricity. Control. Convert. To change. Convert. I convert to this camera. I convert to that camera. Convert to this camera. Convert to that camera. Convert to this camera. Convert to that camera. I just change. Current. A flow of electricity. Current. It's a flow. Electrical device. Anything that uses electricity or batteries is an electrical device. Electricity, a type of energy in which small particles called electrons move through a device. Electricity. It's shocking. I know, it's not funny. Electrode. Conductors through which currents can flow. Conductor. So if it can flow through it, if electricity can go through it, it's a conductor. Electrolyte. A liquid, usually a liquid or a paste that allows electrons to move through the cell easily. Electrolyte. Also, electrolytes are in energy drinks such as Gatorade. Delicious. Electron, part of an atom, a negatively charged particle that is found outside the nucleus of an atom. Electron. Sounds epic. I probably will name my first son Electron. Electron Venegas. Dun dun dun. Energy. The capacity for doing work may be electrical, mechanical, chemical, thermal, or nuclear. Energy. Energy is kind of a big deal here in Alberta because our energy has been mostly made through fossil fuels, such as like oil, natural gas, coal. But now things are kind of revamping where they're going to be focusing more on different types of energy, diversifying our resources. So it's still kind of focusing on what we have, but making it more efficient, but then also kind of looking at things like solar, wind, those types of energies. Filament, a very fine wire. It's like a really, really tiny wire. Filament, a fine wire. Sounds like a fine wine. Filament, the most delicious of wines. Friction, that's the resistance between two surfaces moving against each other. So that's friction. Or when a Flames fan meets an Oilers fan, there's friction there. Or if you say you don't like Harry Potter, oh girl, there's friction. Fuse. A safety device used in a circuit to prevent overloading. A thin piece of wire which will burn up if the charge of electricity current goes up through it, causing an open circuit. A fuse must be replaced once it's blown. Fuse. People use it as an expression also. If like you get too mad, like you're gonna blow a fuse, and it means like you're too mad. So basically, if there's too much energy going through the fuse, it'll like blow, so it can stop the current to kind of protect everything else. Or when the class talks too much and they won't be quiet because you've asked them 15 times to be quiet and they won't be quiet, and then all of a sudden you're just like, there you go. Insulated wire. It's a wire surrounded by a plastic cover. Insulated wire. It's like wearing a jacket. Insulator, a material that electricity has a hard time flowing through. Example, plastic coating on wires, leather, wood. That's all the examples I have there. Insulator. Kilowatts, a unit of electrical power equal to 1,000 watts. Kilowatts. Also sounds like an NFL player. Kilowatts going down for the touchdown. Yay, sports. Load, an electrical device. Load. Load. Manufactured, man-made. manufactured. So anything that like we've made is manufactured. I guess we're manufactured by God, but like, snap of a finger. Natural, made from, found from nature. Natural. You're natural. I'm natural. Negative charge, having more electrons than protons. Negative charge. Just don't be negative. Be positive. Well, you need both. You need the positive and the negative. Negative thermal, the point on a battery where electrons leave. Negative thermal. Bye, electrons. See ya. Neutron, an uncharged particle in a nucleus of an atom. Neutron. It could be whatever. Negative, well, it's uncharged, so it's just like, meh. I don't know how to say this. I apologize. I'm sorry if I say this wrong. Nichrome or nitrome, nichrome, nichrome, nichrome. I'm going to call it nichrome. Nichrome, nichrome. A type of wire, very resistant to flow. Nichrome. I don't know what it is. Open circuit, an incomplete path of electricity that cannot cross the break in the circuit. Open circuit. So like this, for like it to work, it needs to be connected around. If it's an open circuit, like it won't connect. Parallel circuit provides more than one path for electricity to flow. Parallel circuit. So there's many options. Like a river that has like different paths coming out. Positive charge. A charge of body having fewer electrons than protons. Positive charge. Positive thermal. The point of a battery which electrons enter. Positive thermal. Power. The rate at which work is done, measured in watts. Power. Actually, I might name my first child Power. Power Venegas, measured in watts. What's up? What's up? Power. Proton. A positively charged particle in the nucleus of an atom. Proton. Renewable. Can be replaced. Renewable. You're not renewable. You're one of a kind. Resistance. The opposition of a substance to the passage of electrical current. Friction against electrons moving. Resistance. Resistor. An electrical component which shows electrical flow. Resistor. Series circuit. One path or loop of electricity through all loads. If one bulb or battery is disconnected, the circuit will not work. Series circuit. You'll find that often in Christmas trees. If one bulb goes out, the whole line of that bulb will go out as well. So as soon as you replace that bulb, then all the other bulbs come back to life. Simple circuit consists of a battery, power source, wire, conductor, an electrical device, load, and switch, control, connected together to form a closed circuit. Simple circuit. There's a lot going on there to sound like it's simple. It's quite a bit. Source, the producer of power. Source. Switch, a device used to control the flow of electricity. Switch. Light switch. Thermal, the place which electricity enters or leaves an electrical component. Battery. Thermal. Troubleshoot, the sequential steps to detect and correct the flaws to ensure success in the final product. Troubleshoot. You're just checking up. Make sure it's okay. And then if it's not okay, follow these steps to make sure what made it wrong and then fix it. Troubleshoot. Tungsten. A metallic element used in making electrical light bulb filaments. Tungsten. Variable. A component of science actively that can be manipulated or held constant. Variable. Voltage, a measure of the amount of electrical energy supplied to each charge. Voltage. Wattage. Power expressed in watts. Wattage. If I was power, it'd be Venegas is ij. Venegas is powered by Venegas. Unit used to measure power. What? What? What was it? I'm sorry. Well, there you go. There you go, grade 5. Those are all the words that you're going to need to kind of know for what you've been working with for the past few weeks. So, there you go. Gracias.